I went to Gamepress and filtered just the absolute worst operators in the game for a challenge. I am beating all the 80x stages in Invitation to Wine with only 4 stars rated B- and below. Not even Ethan is allowed. Do you really need the best characters in Arknights to beat the game? This is Kuma, and that is what we are finding out today. First, we need to understand what we have to work with. B- is a great division point for this challenge, because that leaves me with a healthy roster of 14 different operators. They are still the absolute worst according to Gamepress, but having at least a full squad to choose from will make things more interesting. The first couple stages aren't very special as you would expect, so let's use this opportunity to go over my available choices while we watch them in the background. I have no vanguards. That is the first glaring issue. Or it would be if I didn't have both the amazing 4-star brawlers. Jack and Bee Hunter are cheap to deploy, and both of them can help with tanking since they can dodge, and of course, their DPS is nothing to scoff at. Jack has a power strike, and Bee Hunter can hit twice per hit just like Bravo or any Swordmaster. This will be great for dealing with the annoying apparitions that everyone uses Ethan to deal with. But my main melee DPS will certainly be Quartz. I absolutely love this girl, and this time around she will have to put in more work than ever. Still in guards I have access to Conviction and their amazing skill 1, Frostleaf, who can be a great option in this team for stalling a few true farms with too much HP, and Doberman, who also has a power strike, which means lots of damage, and a nice range too. To close off the melee options, Matterhorn. This guy would be my favorite 4th operator, if it wasn't for one single reason. Sideroka exists. But being the number 2 Matterhorn will show us the power of block 4 thanks to his module, and also his incredibly high HP and defensive stats. Now, for my ranged options. I fortunately have access to 2 amazing medics. Gavial can output absurd amounts of healing without any input from my side, and Chestnut not only has increased range thanks to his Wandering Medic class, but also great HPS in his skill 2. I have access to 2 snipers, Jessica and Meteor, and I couldn't be happier, having access to the highest DPS when it comes to S1 4 stars anti-air snipers, and the single 4-star operator who can debuff defense. They will make sure tougher enemies will be a breeze to deal with. And of course, we literally couldn't beat this event without arts damage. Fortunately, I have access to 3 great arts damage dealers. Art Spirit, who can be extremely helpful with her slow in area, giving me more time to kill hordes of apparitions. Indigo, who not only has an absurd attack stat thanks to her class, and a chance to bind on every attack, but also access to a conditional DOT, which might come in handy even considering her conditions. And the man to ensure our victory. Great. This little puppy is our biggest AoE damage choice, and being able to increase his SPD during his skill 2 will make sure nothing gets past his arms. Now, I know what you are thinking. Aren't you a bit too positive about your available operators? They are absolute trash. How could you beat anything with this? Let alone EX stages and a freaking dragon boss. Amazing damage? Incredible HP? Kuma, you must be joking. And to that, my fellow Arknights player, I say, no, I'm not joking. Even I can use operators like this to win. Of course, I can't trim down the squad to 1 or 2 operators as you would see in our record clear. It is a fact that some operators are stronger than others, and that becomes even more apparent when they are in the hands of newer or inexperienced players. But if you look at your screen and see the clears, it is obvious that even the absolute worst are capable of winning. I even had more squad slots. I could be bringing more of those operators to each stage, but there is no need to do so. Here in stage 5 we can see a simple breakdown of the general strat for this whole event. I have Indigo dealing with enemies who are too hard to kill, Quartz being an absolute mad woman and making minced meat out of everything from the main lane, and the cleanup team doing its best to not let a single piece of junk slip by. Just look at how easily Grey deals with waves of paperweights. Look at Bee Hunter hunting that lump stand. Even the sharp edges in stage 6 don't stand a chance when your squad has a bulky defender like Matterhorn. 5 annoying original forms after being defeated? Not when you make this guy hit a wall a bunch of times until he loses his sharp edge. And what about the top side? You don't have time to spend their flames. I don't need to. We already saw how great these operators can be when you actually try to use them. And of course the same is true for stage 7. Pre-spawned smoked chickens might look scary, but nothing a hungry wolf can deal with. I even made a mistake in this stage. I should have deployed Conviction here where you would be able to kill every crafty boss, but I didn't, because I forgot those things spawn from the bottom box as well. And even if the clear got sketchy at some points, Earth Spirit was there to save me in my dire moments. And then, while I waited for the last enemy to slowly walk to its demise, it started to settle in. Sure, I can talk how high about those bad operators I love so much. Sure, I can point out everything good I can come up with, and machinate specific situations just to put each of them under the Holo Thoughts for a few seconds. But coming next is the big dragon, it's Sui. Even if not his true form, it's a powerful demonstration of a calamity taken form. How could I, a mere Arknights player, bound by the gacha system and playing the absolute worst operators in this game, beat such a powerful god? But I had no choice. I had come this far. I was already calling my victory before even attempting it, sending messages to everyone about my achievements. I couldn't go back. So I went forward. This is the moment to prove the power of these operators and to show what they can do. Unfortunately, a squad can't have all 14 available operators, and I wanted to save an auto because yes! So I'm using the whole 12 operator squad to bring out as much potential as I can, and to slack a bit, because at this point I'm too tired to even care about trying to low up this darn dragon. Lots of flames, we can deal with that, we've done this multiple times before. Big health bar? We have massive attack stats and even a defense debuff. Annoying powerful attacks from the boss? That's a perfect opportunity for Jack's talent. Yes, I was nervous. You can see that I was pausing a lot. Usually the more confident I am, the less I need to change to 1x speed or pause the game. I was starting to doubt myself. There is a time limit to this stage. Do I even have enough DPS? Will Great Leak these scrolls? But for every question, I kept finding answers. Just glitch the boss spawn to save time. If you can't kill hard enough, just kill it harder. If Grey leaks, just be under it. And once again, for the second phase, as Quartz and Conviction blast Sui and someone tanks his attacks like a real boss, he goes down. One more wave. Trying to glitch the boss spawn again. I'm not even sure what I'm doing anymore. Why is this going so well? I know I believe in my operators. I know I'm using a full squad, but aren't they the worst? This corner of society that no player in this game should even consider raising? No, they aren't. Because as I mess up the glitch and am forced to face Sui's last phase at his true potential, I am ready. My operators are ready. We confront the laser face first, we do our best to out-heal his lightning, and we struggle with every death we are too weak to avoid. Maybe a better deploy order, maybe one more dodge, maybe if I was just better. But his HP wasn't waiting for my concerns. As I complained and struggled, shuffling around the bodies like a pre-amnesia doctor, Sui went down. And as the victory screen filled my eyes, I knew I could ask you, do you really believe those are the worst operators in the game? Even if they are, do you really need any proof to play Kirara, Windfleet, Tomimi or Quartz? Because I think you don't. Every operator can do whatever you want them to do. All you need is an attempt. To try one more time. You just need to stop listening to loud people saying you can't play how you want. And have fun. A better player than me could cut operators from every and each one of my clears here today. Better operators could make things even easier than they already were. But why would I care about that? When I can choose to play with the operators I love. This was Kuma, and I hope everyone has a very nice day. Peace out.